a printing plate. And you're going to need a placemat, and you're going to need this, which is called a brayer, and you're going to need some color. Okay, so I'm using paint here. What I want you to do is I'm going to take some warm colors, so I'm going to scoop up warm and lay it on my plate. And then on the other side I'm going to do some cool, or I'm going to do yellow, sorry, still keeping with warm. And then I'm going to use this brayer here, and I'm going to roll the paint on the printing plate. Okay, so the colors are going to mix together, which is kind of the point. Okay. And here, I want you to take a paint scraping tool, and I want you to do something with it, okay? So you can curve it, you can go straight up, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to do a few different marks here. So I'm pressing down and I'm scraping the paint off, and you're going to see the paint kind of appears on the scraping tool, so you have to wipe that off with a paper towel. And then you're going to get a sheet of paper. These sheets of paper you're going to have to put your name on. So there's 4 pieces. So I put my name on first, and then you want to lay this piece of paper down, okay? I'm looking at my name. I can see. So I'm going to lay it down. Okay, and you're just going to rub, not too hard. Just rub, rub, rub. Okay, and then you're going to take one side and you're going to peel it up. And there you have a print. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to put my orange down. And my yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to do it again, but maybe this time I want to switch up my design. Okay, and I'm going to get a sheet of paper. Again, my name will be on the back of it. And peel it up. Okay, so now you have 2 prints. Alright, so what you're going to do now to clean off your plate, what we do is we just get scrap paper. So this is old paper that I don't need anymore. You know, it has stuff printed on it. And I'm just going to use the back of it. I'm going to lay it on my plate, and I'm going to rub. And this is going to help clean it off. And what you'll notice, that kind of creates a cool print as well. And if it's not all cleaned off, just do it again. This way you don't ever have to get it wet and wait for it to dry. Okay. So, now what you want to do is we're going to do our other 2 pieces of paper using cool colors. So I'm going to get some cool colors on here. Colors that make me feel cold. So I'm going to put blue, and you could do it all one color. I'm choosing to do it 2 colors, but if you just like want it all to be blue or all to be violet or all to be green, it doesn't matter to me. But notice how I'm only doing 2. I don't want you to do more than 2 colors. 3 is just a little too many. I have put the cool colors on. I'm going to do a different technique. So I'm not going to use the scraping tool. I'm actually going to use this guy right here. This guy is a like a thing you put under carpet to help it from sliding, and so I cut it up, and you're going to lay it on your blue and violet or green, whatever cool colors you picked. You want to press it down. You're going to get messy. And you're going to lay your paper on that. And you're going to pull a print. Okay? So I just have enough ink on my brayer. I don't even need to put or paint on my brayer. I don't have to put any more on. And I'm going to do it again. And there you go. So now you should have 4 prints. What you can do is we can clean off our plates and we can clean off our brayers. And then we can begin the second part of this process. Alright, third grade, so we are going to begin making our animal, and so you're going to get 4 sheets of square paper, and you want to draw your animal filling the space. You don't want it to be too small, and you want to draw it as simply as you can. So your basic outline, and I just added 1 little circle for the eye, but if you notice, it's so simple. I'm not even drawing all of the legs. I'm just making 2 big rectangle shapes for the legs, big curved line, big curved line. Nice and simple. This way it's going to be easy to cut out. And so I'm just layering all my pieces on top of each other, taking my scissors. And it's going to be a little difficult because this paper is a little thick, but you should be okay, especially if you made your design simple. Okay, so now my paper is pretty dry, so I'm ready to pull my second print. Okay, so I used warm colors for the first print, so this time I'm going to switch to cool. Just do 1 solid color. I think I'm just going to do this one all blue. So now I'm going to get my elephant stencil in front of me, and I'm going to lay it on my plate. And just tap it down into the color, and then take your print, put it on there, and go ahead and rub. Try not to move your paper. So I'm holding it strong with this hand, and then I'm rubbing with this hand. Okay, and what you're going to do, you're going to pick that up, and you're going to be able to see your elephant appearing underneath. And so that blue paint is picking up around it. So we can lift up this guy here. He's going to have blue paint all over him. And I'm going to go set this to the side. And I'm just going to use my scrap paper to clean off my plate. And isn't that neat? You can still kind of see him there, which I think is pretty cool. And then I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to get my cool colors. Okay, I'm going to get another elephant stencil. Okay, so now I'm going to get some warm colors on here. I'm going to take my cool colored paper, put it over it. Pull that up, and now you can see your print. Okay, so now we are done with the printing process, so you can get rid of all your little elephant guys, unless you want to keep them because they do kind of look pretty neat. Maybe we can do something with these if you wanted to. It's up to you. If you wanted to take those home, you could and make a little artwork out of those. And I'm just going to use my scrap paper to clean off my plate. And then I'll show you how to arrange all these once they're dry. Okay, so now all my prints are dry, so I have to mount them onto black paper. So you want to get a square sheet, put your name and your code. And this is just so they are nice and pretty, prepared for presentation. So you just want to glue, put a frame on the back, and we're going to kind of make it look like a window. So one in every corner. Alright, so I glued them down and I kind of put each one in the corner, the similar ones. So here was my warm background. In these corners, the cool background was in these corners. You're going to notice that the paper's going to want to roll a little bit. It's just because it's full of that paint. So you might have to like set something on it, let it sit there for a little bit until it wants to stay down. But now you've mounted your prints. You've made a series of prints. Even though they all look similar, they actually all are unique in their own way, which is pretty cool. That's kind of what happens when we monoprint. It's one unique print. And this is another just little art that I made using our stencils because I thought they looked pretty neat. So I decided to use that and make another piece of art because why not? So if you want to do something like this, just let me know. I'll give you paper and you can glue those on and make it look super pretty. All right, here's our printmaking animal.